About the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes, and when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running inside, it's Davis. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
St. Clair rushes on. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Delayed handoff. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Here's Carr to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Going for the big play. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Carr fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Throwing St. Clair. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun on third down, St. Clair. Deep shot for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Auburn. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business. That's
the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Carr above the noise. Right side, it's Odom. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Throwing, Carr. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Look out! And he avoids the sack.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You know, nowadays so many people go for it on fourth down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on third down. You ain't going for it now. Third and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on target this time. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're
and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Walton. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Carr. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with this target.
Booster. 4th down, Carr. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play? Might as well run him again. All over him immediately.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Left side is Graham. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Bringing it back. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Straight ahead, it's Davis.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the move. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Carr to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. They're all over him. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. The Fighting Irish call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And for the 5th time, the offense will go for it on 4th down. 2 for 4 so far. Needs it. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's changing the play. Tavian St. Clair. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to make something happen. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 13 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Bruins, who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Going to the run to start this second half. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback changing the play. St. Clair under pressure. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's St. Clair. Extending the play. Out wide left, it's Kane. Still on his feet at the 40. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Throwing St. Clair. Looking to the big tight end. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Second down coming up. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback signaling to his guys. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Out wide right, it's Edwards. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Fourth down, Carr. Fires to the right. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. For a pick the last time they had it, they'll try to be more productive this time around. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Making the adjustment. Tavian St. Clair. Left side is Kane. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. St. Clair unloads to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer. forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games, but when you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
They'll ride Davis here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing St. Clair. Snags it. Got room at the 35. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll ride him again. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the defense is on their heel.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Carr. Makes the grab over the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defensive energy in a clutch spot. From the gun, it's Walton. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And He's brought down after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Finds his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Wide open downfield. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Walton.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Now here's Carr. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Notre Dame, 35. Auburn, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tavian St. Clair. Still looking. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. Second down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at third and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
A strike downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. This is the situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game. Final drive coming for this offense. Turns it upfield. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Again, it's St. Clair. Look out! Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. St. Clair. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds to stop the clock. Picked up the first down, and now they'll try to find a way to score.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Throwing St. Clair. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up.
Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands. And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Again, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, and the big gamble, the try to win it right here moment goes awry. They're still down by 1. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.